Alright everyone, this is going to be my new build project. I want you guys to help me build. Give me all your feedback and advice on how to make this thing fly best. This is the Predator B right here. You can find it on my mobile site, mobile.motherplanrc.com, if you want to buy yourself one. But for now, we're going to go through the build. My dream, my imagination, I guess, my daydreams, whatever you want to call them, is to one day use one of these in like a scenario paintball game, because I love paintball, and I would love to use, take it to that next level and use something like this for like recon missions or something cool like that. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna solder the Dean's connectors to the ESC. And solder the bullet connectors to the motor and the ESC. That's the first stage, and then we're gonna go from there. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is I'm using a 50A ESC with an external BSC on it, and I'm gonna be using also a 950 kV 400 watt motor for this project. So first thing you want to do, you want to get your soldering iron nice and hot. The soldering iron is very cheap. I bought it at like Canadian Tire for like 15 bucks, maybe less than that. And you want to get something to hold. I'm using 3.5 millimeter bullet connectors. You can see the male right here and the females. So what you want to do is you want to get something that will hold it in there, right? Either pliers or vice grip, anything you can find. Some people will drill holes in a piece of wood, right? But anything that will hold it in there for you nice and snug. And all you want to do is basically heat up the bullet connector, excuse me. And then you're going to use the solder. You can find this too at any rosin core solder, lead-free rosin core solder. It's you find this at any hardware store, hardware, Home Depot, Radio Shack, anywhere like that. And you want to basically fill this up like a cup. Fill it up. Once you get it in there, I know I slipped it off a bit, but once you get it in there, kind of just gonna wait for it to cool. But once you get it in there, it'll be nice and snug, and then you move on to the next one. So we're gonna skip all the boring stuff. You don't have to see me do each individual one, but that's basically how you do it. Find something to hold it. I could even use my cardboard right here if I wanted, and just put it like that and hold it, because real simple. Have it in there, nice in there, and just put the bullet. There's a little hole right there on the side. If some of them have them, I don't know if all of them have them, but there's a little hole on the side of this bullet connector, and so it's easy to fit the tip of the soldering iron in there. Get it nice and hot. Fill it up. It's actually pretty cool how you do this. Fill it up. You take the soldering iron out. Put that in there. And let it cool. Once they're cool, add the shrink wrap right over it, line it up to like basically right to the top of the edge there, right over it, and then use a lighter. Anything you want, you can use a heat gun, lighter, anything you need to use, but use a lighter. Try to line it up the best that you can. Nice and smooth. Beautiful. There you go. You just soldered up, pull the connector. Do it all, make sure they're all the same, males, 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 and then you'll do the females on the ends of the ESC. So you take all these female pieces and you'll do the exact same thing. Stick it in here. So they all have little holes in them, so yeah. Actually, I think they did make those little holes for the soldering iron. And you do the same thing. Heat up the bullet plug, the bullet connector. Fill it up with a little bit of melted solder. Hold it in there. And you're good to go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to solder these wires together. Remember, because a lot of times I forget to put these on ahead of time, the shrink wrap, and then I solder it and it's like, oh, damn, I gotta do it all over again. I gotta unsolder it and do it all over again. So, we're not gonna do that this time. I'm gonna get the shrink wrap ready. If I make my soldering a bit too chunky, stupid phone. Hello. Okay, so when I'm soldering on these wires now, I like to use a little bit thicker than you can fit these little skinny ones on here, no problem. But sometimes I'm not the greatest solderer, if that's even a word. So it'll be a little chunky sometimes. So I use a little bit size bigger. Shrink wrap you can get at your local hardware store. It's real cheap, maybe like $2 for a pack of like 10 or something like that. Real inexpensive. Remember, please remember to put your shrink wrap on before you do your soldering when you're doing this kind of thing, because once you solder it on, how are you going to get the shrink wrap on, right? So I've done that many times, start soldering and then realize when it's too late, I have to unsolder it and do it all over again. It's actually real easy. Just put it together like that. Get a bit of solder, heat it up. Join them together. Just a little bit here. Get the point. Solder it on. Get the solder on. Yeah, I know it's kind of messy, but I'll fix it, make it neater. All right, so soldered the two wires on and shrink wrap them nice and strong. Now I'm just going to finish adding the bullet plugs to them. Okay, so I've got it all done. got all the bullet plugs, bullet connectors. I keep calling them bullet plugs. Well, same thing. Bullet connectors done, soldered, and the Dean's connector soldered. So as you can see, red goes into red. Yellow goes into yellow, the middle one. Should have been yellow, but we all know which one it is. And the black goes into the last one. There you go.